Hello everybody and welcome back. It's time to ride again. If you're wondering who is this dubious fellow who showed up on my feed, why am I watching this video? My name is John J. Thomas and I ride around on bikes and we just talk about life. Fun fact of the day, the bike is the oldest form of transportation ever invented. That's not true. Anyways, let's get into it. I know we usually discuss like a specific topic in life. Today I want to switch that up a little bit and talk about who is probably my favorite creator out there in the YouTube world right now. And that would be Van Neistat. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Casey Neistat, you know, of YouTube fame, very successful filmmaker. His older brother Van also has a YouTube channel. I find Van to just have such an impressive and interesting perspective on life, on work, on art. Interesting handyman, artist. And you know, I've read up on some articles and perspectives of Van Neistat where some people say he's not a handyman. He fashions himself as one he pretends to be, but he's really an artist. His work quality isn't top notch. I don't know if I would agree with that. I think Van Neistat would agree that he is first and foremost an artist. I also think that there's multiple ways, I suppose, to be a craftsman. Somebody who makes the rocking horse for their grandkid, toiling over every little detail and hand chiseling everything. You can think about Native Americans or the explorers who would chop down a tree and then carve out this canoe out of it. And I guarantee you it wasn't perfect like the canoes we see now. Or you can think of it as a craftsman who needs to develop a contraption that will keep the gate door shut so that their kid doesn't run out into the road. And that's an actual example of what Van Neistat had done at one point. And he used a skateboard bearing and, you know, some steel and a spring. And sure, does it look as gorgeous as an ornate door? No, not necessarily. But does that mean that there wasn't any craftsmanship in that at all? I find it hard to believe that there isn't some craftsmanship involved in that. And I don't know how to describe craftsmanship, I guess. It's one of those things that you know it when you see it. Another thing that Van Neistat always talks about is the spirited man, which I guess he got from a book called Shopcraft for the Soul or something like that. I don't remember the book. He talks about what a spirited man is and how he's trying to be a good spirited man. But another thing I really enjoy about those videos is that they're authentic. You know, it's funny because I watched a YouTube video a couple of years ago. This creator who, you know, made these hyper polished videos, heavily edited, had all of these things. I mean, it really, there wasn't more than like 2 seconds that there wasn't like an additional edit being made or like something flashing across the screen or a sound. And I personally, I hated it. I didn't like it. It was too distracting, too much going on, and it didn't feel authentic to me. But the creator was discussing how YouTube is dead. And at the time I disagreed. And then the more I thought of it, the more I realized, man, in a lot of ways it does feel dead. Man, in a lot of ways it seems hyper polished, fake. Everything is just made to sell another product. We're just paying to watch 10-minute commercials. Everything's overly edited. No one's actually saying anything that they believe. No one's really connecting. No one's really helping anybody. We're all just creating clickbait to, I don't know. But that just because I think that YouTube is probably dead doesn't mean that I don't think that there aren't some truly wonderful creators out there still. Van Neistat, for example, his channel is what kind of revived my faith in it, that there are still people out there who are making videos that maybe rough cut, rough edits, maybe they're a little bit more polished, but they're actually trying to give a message. And I have no problem with people having advertisements in their videos. The primary purpose of the video isn't to sell product and make yourself money. It's to actually entertain, or it's to actually get a message across, to express something. There's not a ton of people out there doing that, but he is one. Trillium is another one. Great example of somebody who just makes videos from time to time, just out there discussing life. John Hicks is another one. John Hicks and Trillium, I talked about this in a previous video, are the reasons I started this channel. That I could just upload stuff and talk about life and talk about things and connect with people and hopefully make somebody's day better by either entertaining them or maybe saying something that just clicks with them and maybe improves their life. YouTube is kind of dead. Too many people are inauthentic, and it's ironic that all of us crave authenticity or say we want it, and yet so many authentic creators are not at the top of their ranks. We choose to click on the stuff that's inauthentic. But if you are looking for something that will actually maybe make your life a little bit better, maybe make you a little bit more handy, maybe change your perspective about some things, check out Van Neistat's YouTube channel. All right, folks, that's all that I got for today. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen. As always, I truly do appreciate it. And until next time, have a great day.